The market is down, 2 waterers are frozen, the tractor won't start, and the meteorologist is calling for the harshest winter on record. You have just completed a 24-hour day, and it's not over yet. You're exhausted, mentally drained, and you're feeling like nothing can go right. Although tomorrow is a new day, that's not going to make a difference. Imagine trying to wake up like this every day, exhausted, hopeless, and alone. Thank you, Chairperson, honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow competitors. Mental health is a rising issue in today's society and is becoming more apparent within the agriculture industry. The next big thing for Canadian agriculture is addressing mental health of farmers. The health of livestock producers goes beyond the physical risks and needs to address the long hours, taxing work, and uncontrollable factors that farmers face on a daily basis. Farmers work in acres, not hours. Whether it be waiting for a cow to calve or getting the hay off before it rains, a farmer's daily duties are not done until they are satisfied that they have been fulfilled. When looking for a job, one would typically consider the amount of hours required to work, the salary, benefits, and holidays. With a job as a livestock producer, they sacrifice all the flexibility and stability of a 9-to-5 job for their farm and for this industry. From an urban perspective, a career in agriculture and this demanding may seem crazy, but to livestock producers, this is just another day in the life. The combination of physical requirements, broad knowledge, and emotional situations make any job in agriculture extremely difficult. It is required that one be able to pull a calf, to lift large amounts, and to fix everything with their hands. In addition to having an understanding of plumbing, animal health, nutrition, and mechanics. On top of all of this, it is expected that little emotion will be displayed when something does not go as anticipated. The work a farmer does is not always easy and often goes unnoticed, making farming one of the most physically and mentally taxing jobs in the world. What makes farming such a difficult job mentally is the factors that they cannot control. The weather, markets, and animal health often dictate whether there will be a profit or loss for that year. It takes extremely strong people to work in agriculture. This generation seeks stability, and that is why fewer youth are staying on the family farm and pursuing careers in agriculture. It is not a matter of work ethic, but rather economic stability and flexibility. When a 25-year-old passionate about agriculture takes his own life, we are forced to reconsider why we choose to stay working in this industry. Mental illness is a big part of the well-being of our farmers and should be considered to the same extent as physical risks. In 2018, 3 of my role models attempted suicide. It came as a shock to the farming community, as these men were some of the most successful producers. There was no sign that they were hurting, and they had too much pride to ask for help, as so many farmers do. The cowboy mentality is to not show weakness or emotion. When asking for help, especially in a case such as mental illness, it is often viewed as a sign of vulnerability. Detecting a mental health issue is much more difficult than diagnosing a physical injury or disease. This makes it much more challenging for a farmer to ask for help. Although mental health concerns do not show the same visible symptoms as a physical injury, that does not mean that the level of treatment should change. Depression and anxiety are diseases, not impairments, and they are not something to be ashamed of. Farmers need to understand and embrace this. Treatment begins with a conversation. Communication is the route to providing a support system for farmers and members of the agriculture industry. It all starts with ending the stigma around mental health and providing an environment where farmers will feel comfortable in expressing their concerns regarding mental health and an environment where they feel safe asking for help. Quote, "We need to keep our people in society, but help them through society. We also have to help society learn about mental health issues, and how to handle them. It really hurts to hear of losing people that I have been associated with because of something that we are not doing enough about, in my opinion. Mental health isn't something we should be hiding." End quote. Bryce Moreland. Mental illness is a rising issue in today's society and deeply affects those involved in the agriculture industry. although seeing baby calves running around in the spring and finishing a long harvest in the fall are extremely rewarding experiences, getting there is no easy task. The daily grind, exhaustion, and uncontrollable factors take a toll on mental health. No other career provides so many risks and so much economic uncertainty. There are several cases of depression and anxiety that go unnoticed and untreated each year, with a handful of them ending tragically. So when you are thinking about the future and the sustainability of the Canadian agriculture industry, you must consider the men and women behind the industry, because the next big thing is addressing mental health issues and not hiding them. So even though the markets are down, and the tractor won't start, and the waterers are frozen, and it feels like nothing can go right, you are not helpless. But most importantly,